So, as y'all know, Asmongold decided to try out Final Fantasy XIV. And I think that's wonderful. You know, the more the merrier. One thing I noticed today, though, was while there were some people that were like, like, hey, welcome to the party, man. They were just, they were being welcoming and chill about it because it's really not that big a deal. It's, he just wants to try something new because unfortunately, WoW sucks right now. I mean, why do you think I'm not playing it? Because it sucks right now. I mean, good God. That's why I'm still playing this amazing game right here. But, so he tried it. So this thing happened where you had this one group of people that were just like, welcoming and hey, what's up and whatnot. And then you had this other group that just starts immediately or just like, he's gonna ruin the game. Ooh, we gotta close those gates. We can't let Asmongold into our sacred realm of Final Fantasy XIV. And all I'm saying is this. If the WoW community had done that to 14 players, there'd be an outrage. Like, that would be bullshit. Because why would you ever gatekeep a community? Or just a game here? Why would a community gatekeep? Because they're afraid. They think Asmongold and his chat and his community are gonna come in there and just ruin it. And it's like, for one, that's not possible because 14 is just fundamentally designed different than World of Warcraft is because it is more story-centric and it's just designed different that way in its community aspects. Two, it's not a very PvP-centric game at all because it does have PvP, but the PvP is not very good. However, it's not centered around where the PvP mentality is fueled, for example, Alliance versus Horde. There's none of that going on in 14. There's the 3 grand companies, of course, but it's like friendly competition. Like, that's like literally as far as it goes. And 3, again, they just think he's going to come in there and his community's going to come in there and then he's going to ruin it. And I'm just like, well, first of all, Final Fantasy XIV is bigger than Asmongold and his chat. It's bigger than anybody. It's a massive MMO. I mean, it's an MMORPG. One man in his community is not going to ruin a game. Like, they're not. That's like saying, Asmongold ruined WoW. No, he hasn't. ActiBliss has ruined WoW and their incompetent dev team. Asmongold was never the problem with World of Warcraft. None of those WoW content creators were the problem. It's the people behind the game that are the freaking problem. And you might say, well, they've said some toxic things or they've said some things that might have hurt some feelings. Maybe. You know who else has? Everybody on the internet at one point or another has said something heinous or assholery to someone in the timeline of our existence. Look, we were all young 20-year-olds on the internet at one point in the early 2000s. We all, let's just admit it right now, chat, we have all said some nasty shit on this internet. We all have. Especially my generation of the 80s and 90s. Look, we've said some shit over the years. What you do, though, however, is, do you still say that nasty shit? No? Well, then you learned. Okay. Do you regret what you said? Okay. I mean, as far as hurtful words are concerned and whatnot and things like that, because vocabulary evolves. But the thing is, people are like, oh, he's going to come in there and be toxic to the 14 players on purpose. And I'm like, he's really not. He's really not. I'm like, do you think he would have made all this noise and looked at all these videos and all these other 14 content creators like Zepla and other WoW content creators giving their opinions about 14 and the current state of WoW just to come into 14 and be an asshole to everybody? No. No. And he knows that. And he knows that. Okay? The other thing people need to realize, okay, the other thing, I just find him to be a top tier bad person. I don't find him to be a top tier bad person. That's the thing. I mean, is he always my cup of tea? No. Do I find him extremely knowledgeable about World of Warcraft and very passionate about it? Yes. Has he said some stuff that some people may not agree with? Well, sure. I mean, but the thing is, everybody in every gaming community ever has done this. It's not like, and look, let's call it this way. It's not like he has purposefully made fun of people because of their race. It's not like he's going on there and dropping the N-word. It's not like he's going on there and singling out and making fun of, you know, anybody from the LGBTQIA plus. At least, and if he has, I certainly have not seen that. You know, it's not like he's trying to do things. Look, let's just compare it. It's not like he's doing Keemstar style shit. He's not doxing people. He's not, you know, making racially charged jokes. You know, he's not doing things like that. You know, isn't Ninja or Paul's Level annoying or bad? He's abrasive, not abusive. Yeah, he's abrasive. Sure, he's abrasive. But there's nothing wrong with there's nothing inherently wrong about being abrasive. I can be abrasive at times. So I withdraw some of it, but sometimes I'll just spit something out, you know, like, you know, so and so can eat a bag of dicks, you know, I mean, but like that's like the furthest I go with stuff. But again, there's nothing inherently wrong with being abrasive, you know. But like my thing is this: if the biggest problem people are saying is Asmongold is going to ruin 14 and we need to gatekeep. Look, to those people, I say this. That'd be like if the WoW community gatekeeped against Zeppla or Laryzar or something like that, a big 14 community. If the tables were turned and the WoW community did that, the 14 community would be just as pissed off. And that's a fact. And that's why I hate gatekeeping. It's such a stupid thing. It really is. It really is. Because can Asmongold be an asshole? Sure. And he would admit that. Does that mean you be an asshole back to him? No. You know why? Because you need to be a freaking adult and realize it's just a damn game. It's just a damn video game. It ain't worth losing your shit over. It really isn't. And I hate to say it. Actually, I don't. If you think it's worth losing your shit over, quite honestly, you need to get some real problems. Like, you need to go into credit card debt. You need to get a flat tire. You need to walk up to somebody on purpose and step on their toes or something. Like, honestly, for real. The only person that has fundamentally changed everything about Final Fantasy XIV has been one man, and that was Yoshi P. And we're all thankful for that. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's not that big a deal. Just let him enjoy the game. I would say that for anybody. I would say that for anybody. Just let him enjoy the game. He's not gonna ruin it. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he has a tremendous online personality, and I do think people mix his online personality with what's presented elsewhere, because he does present a different side of him depending on the content being shown, and I do think a lot of it is an online personality. And that's the thing. If you're being that, because you know what, I'm gonna say something a famous pro wrestler said. Don't work yourself into a shoot, brother. Don't work yourself into a shoot. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing sleep over. It's really not.